The places where your hand touched mine. Music on the radio dancing in my ear, lifting up the winter in a mood so clear. Snowflakes falling gently like a silver rhyme, keeping perfect tempo with the passing time. And when the pavement glows beneath the sky, I feel the sparkle drifting by.
Footprints on the crosswalk glowing in the light. Picture in the stories where our hearts combine. Little bursts of magic floating through the feels more fair. Coffee in my hands, warming up the day. Soft reflections bouncing in a gentle sway. Every tiny sparkle seems to say your name, turning every moment into something flame. Maybe the morning chills will come again, but your sweet glow always remains. Winter lemon soda bubbling like a dream as we run through the snow now. Even when the air gets colder, your smile pulls me closer. Winter's sparking light, shining in the frost of a bright blue night. Even when the seasons pale and white, you make the moment bright. Winter lemon soda, fresh and glowing, sweet as nobody. Late morning light shining on the snow, dancing on the pavement in a gentle glow. Coffee in my hand, warming up the day. Step into the rhythm of a bright display. Footsteps on the sidewalk echo soft and clear. Every winter sunrise feels like you are near. Little color shadows sparkle all around, turning every moment into morning sound. And when the skyline glitters high and wide, I feel the joy I cannot hide. Crystal morning parade, shining through the streets in a bright cascade. Even when the air is cold and still, your warmth will never fade. Crystal morning flow, coloring the winter with a soft rainbow. Even when the daylight moves too slow, your smile begins to glow. Snowflakes in the sunlight sparkle as they fall, writing little stories on the city wall. Every tiny shimmer bright as something new, feeling like the morning's made for me and you. Shadows on the crosswalk paint a gentle line, leading through the day where winter feels divine. Every little breeze begins to sing, pulling in the bright forecasting of spring. Maybe the morning fades to gray by noon, she keeps glowing all the while. Snow blossom girl, shining like a treasure in a frosty world. Even when the winter winds are swirled, her smile stays softly curled. Snow blossom breeze, dancing in the night with a gentle ease. Even when the seasons
begins to show. Frost upon the window, drawing tiny hearts, melting when the morning light begins to start. Sprinkles in the sky, drifting soft and light, falling like a dream in pastel white. Laughing in the chill as we begin to roam. Every step together feels like home. Even when the breeze feels cold and thin, your warmth lights up within. Maybe the winter paints the world in blue, but every shade turns sweet with you. Ice cream, light wave, bubbling in the chilly winter like a crave. Even when the winds begin to brave, your warmth begins to brave. Your warmth begins to pave. Ice cream color snow, painting all the streets in a pastel glow. Even when the days move soft and slow, your smile begins to show. Your smile begins to show. Ice cream, light waves, soft and glowing all the way. Ha, ha, ha. Frosty sunset cafe, glowing through the glass. Shadows on the counter slowly seem to pass. Steam above my cup, rising soft and light, painting little colors in the fading night. People in the corner whisper soft and low, talking about the winter stories that they know. Every little moment hums a quiet tune, melting with the amber of the coming moon. And in the fading beams of evening's glow, I feel the warmth begin to flow. Frosty sunset cafe, lighting up the winter as the colors wave. And when the world feels cold and gray, your warmth shows me the way. Frosty mellow light, dancing through the windows in the falling night. Even when the shadows dull my sight, you make the moment bright. Pages on the table turning slow and free, stories from the past wrapped in memory. Every sip of coffee feels like something sweet, melting with the rhythm in a gentle beat. Snow outside the window sparkles faint and thin, matching with the glow I feel within. Even through the quiet amber air, I sense your presence there. Maybe the winter tries to turn us cold, but this warm cafe keeps stories told. Frosty sunset cafe, lighting up the winter as the colors wave. Even when the world feels cold and gray, your warmth shows me the way. Frosty mellow light, dancing through the windows in the falling night. Even when the shadows dull my sight, you make the moment bright. Frosty sunset cafe, soft and glowing where we stay.
in blue and white, catching little shadows in the city light. Every fading echo rings a crystal tone, turning winter corners into something known. Laughter in the air, moving soft and free, blending with the rhythm of the winter breeze. Even in the quiet midnight hue, I feel the calm because of you. Maybe the city shifts from white to green, but Winterman stays in between. Winterman City, flowing like a breeze through the light, so pretty. Even when the nights grow cold and gritty, your smile feels warm and witty. Ooh, 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 ooh. Minted winter glow, melting through the skyline in a gentle flow. Even when the moments move too slow, your warmth begins to show. Oh, 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 Winterman City, soft and glowing, calm and pretty. Snowlight holiday lane shining in the night, strings of little colors glowing soft and bright. Footsteps in the snowfall dancing on the street, mixing with the laughter sounding clear and sweet. Coffee in my middle warming up my hands, holiday excitement drifting through the lands. Every little sparkle floats around my view, painting winter magic bright and true. And when the silver lights begin to sway, I feel the warmth of holiday. Snowlight holiday lane, lighting up the moment like a soft refrain. Even when the frost begins to remain, your glow breaks through the chain. Snowlight winter cheer, dancing through the city as the nights grow near. Even when the season feels unclear, your warmth is always here. Shadows in the windows shining red and gold, stories of the season quietly unfold. Every tiny echo feels like something new, mixing with the winter sky of navy blue. Smiles across the street, sparkling in the dark, lighting up the holiday with one small spark. Even when the cold winds pass me by, your glow remains nearby. Maybe the holidays will fade away, but tonight they're here to stay. Snowlight holiday lane, lighting up the moment like a soft refrain. Even when the frost begins to remain, your glow breaks through the chain. Snowlight winter cheer, dancing through the city as the nights grow near. Even when the season feels unclear, your warmth is always here. far and near. Every tiny sparkle falling from above paints a little rhythm that resembles love. Laughing in the glow of purple tinted skies. Winter brings a calm that softly satisfies. Even when the cold winds push right through, the groove keeps pulling me to you. Maybe the winter nights will come and go, but this sweet groove stays in the flow. Blueberry winter groove, moving like a whisper, the lights improve. Even when the city starts to lose, your warmth is what I choose. Blueberry winter tone, gliding through the snow where the dusk has shone. Even when the season chills the bone, you make me feel at home. Blueberry winter groove, soft and shining as we Northern glow station shining in the dark. Trains along the platform hum a gentle spark. Footsteps on the concrete echo soft and thin, pulling through the winter as the nights begin. Coffee in the cold hands warms a fading sigh. Lights above the rail lines paint the starry sky. Every little moment drifting into blue feels like winter calling you. And when the snowy breeze begins to blow, the whole town starts to glow. Northern glow station, lighting up the night in a soft sensation. Even when the cold brings hesitation, your warmth feels like salvation. Northern winter tone, echoing the places where the dreams have grown. Even when the world feels all alone, your light will guide me home. to glow. Lights along the sidewalk, dancing soft and white, mixing with our shadows, falling in the night. Coffee in my pocket, warming up the air. Sweet little moments floating everywhere. Every tiny sparkle drifting across the street, rhyming with the sound of our two hearts beat. And when you turn beneath the glowing light, the world feels warm tonight. Twinkle of romance, walking through the winter like a gentle dance. Even when the cold holds its stance, your warmth gives me a chance. Twinkle snowy view, glimmering the night in a burst of hue. Even when the world feels pale and blue, I find my glow in you. Snow upon the rooftop, shining crystal gold, painting all the stories winter nights unfold. Every little moment playing soft and clear, feels like something special when you're standing near. Smiling through the frost that settles on the air, laughing about the sparkle that we always share. Even when the cold winds touch my hand, you're where my moments land. Maybe the sunrise dims the evening's trance, but tonight we let our hearts advance. Twinkle of romance, walking through the winter like a gentle dance. Even when the cold holds its stance, your warmth gives me a chance. Twinkle snowy view, glimmering the night in a burst of hue. Even when the world feels pale and blue, I find my glow in you. Twinkle of romance, soft and shining in advance. Twinkle of romance, twinkle of romance, soft and shining in advance. When a diary popped drifting through my mind, pages in the sunlight turning soft and kind. Coffee on the table, warming up the day. Memories unfolding in a quiet sway. Footsteps in the hallway echo faint and clear, holding all the moments that I keep so dear. Every little scribble glimmers in my view, coloring the winter through and through. And when the daylight leans into the snow, I feel a story start to grow. Winter diary pop, writing down the memories that never stop. Even when the cold begins to drop, your warmth stays at the top. Winter pastel scene, blushing in the air like a gentle dream. Even when the world feels frosty clean, your touch paints something seen. Snow upon the window draws a silver line, lining every page with something soft and fine. Every little echo sweet as morning tea, mixing with the winter melody in me. Sunlight on the curtain drifting soft and slow, painting tiny sparkles in a gentle glow. Even when the season shifts its tune, your warmth fills up the room. Maybe tomorrow writes a different page, footsteps on the pavement twirling through the night. Silver little sparkles falling from the sky, mixing with the music, passing people by. Coffee in my jacket, warming up my day. All the winter colors spinning in the way. Every little moment shining soft and new. Dances like a dream with you. And when the glowing snow begins to fall, I feel the magic of it all. City snow carousel, spinning through the streets like a pastel spell. Even when the cold rings out its bell, your warmth begins to dwell. Snowy city cheer, swirling in the night as the lights appear. Even when the winter chills are near, you make the moment clear. You make the moment clear. Sidewalk shining red and gold. Stories of the season quietly unfold. Every tiny sparkle flickers soft and bright, dancing in the rhythm of our city night. Laughing as we wander through the silver glow, feeling winter breezes softly ebb and flow. Even when the frost begins to rise, your smile lights up the skies. Maybe the morning fades the carousel, but tonight it's been so well. City snow carousel, spinning through the streets like a pastel spell. Even when the cold rings out its bell, your warmth begins to dwell. Snowy city cheer, twirling in the night as the lights appear. Even when the winter chills are near, you make the moment clear. City snow carousel, soft and shining where we fell. City snow carousel, spinning through the streets like a pastel spell. Even when the cold rings out its bell, your warmth begins to dwell. Snowy city cheer, twirling in the night as the lights appear. Even when the winter chills are near, and wake and where we're clear. You make the moment clear. Frostwave colored dream floating in the air. Shades of pink and lilac dancing everywhere. Snow upon the skyline melting into this gleam, but for now I drift and dream. Frost wave colored dream, moving through the city like a silver beam. Even when the nights feel cold and mean, your glow stays soft and clean. Winter pastel flight, painting all the snowfall in a colored light. Even when the winds begin to bite, you make the dark feel bright. Frost wave colored dream, soft and glowing in the stream. Snowy moon petal drifting in the night, glowing in the silver of the lunar light. Shadows on the building shimmer pale and blue, floating with the dreams that lead me back to you. Footsteps on the sidewalk echo soft and clear, and the moonlight sets the sky aglow. I feel the love I used to know. Snowy moon petal drifting through the night like a soft white metal. Even when the cold becomes unsettled, your warmth stays on my level. Lunar winter breeze floating in the glow of the silent trees. Even when the world begins to freeze, your touch brings gentle ease. Snow along the riverside, shimmering so light, glittering reflections in the quiet night. Every little tremble shining soft and true, pulls me through the memories of me and you. Breath upon the window draws a subtle night.
moving to the rhythm in a gentle beat. Frost upon the windows draws a silver line, wrapping winter moments in a warm design. Shadows on the pavement, some reflecting slow, melting in the glow of every radio show. Even when the day feels cold and blue, your sound brings something true. Maybe the static fades from time to time, but your tune stays on the line. Winter radio, wild berry, lighting up the silence in a world so weary. Even when the cold wind comes to vary, your warmth feels necessary. Wild berry colored tone, mixing with the city where the lights are grown. Even when the nights feel all alone, your voice becomes my own. Winter radio, wild berry, soft and shiny, smooth and merry. Pink Frost Avenue, glowing on the street. Every little footstep sounding warm and sweet. Shadows in the snowfall, dancing soft and slow, mixing with the neon in a gentle glow. Coffee in my pocket, warming up the cold. Winter color stories quietly unfold. Every little sparkle drifting through the blue feels like something bright and new. And when the pink lights shimmer in the air, I feel the warmth is everywhere. Pink Frost Avenue, painting all the winter in a rosy hue. Even when the winds come rushing through, your glow pulls me to you. Pink Frost City shine, glittering the sidewalks in a gentle line. Even when the night forgets to shine, your warmth becomes divine. Windows in the tower sparkling up above, coloring the air with little signs of love. Every passing moment drifting soft and true, feeling like the winter smiles at you. Footsteps echo lightly on the glimmered ground, blending with the laughter in a pastel sound. Even when the cold winds try to stay, your glow lights up my way. Maybe the dawn will change the avenue,
star walking through the glow, shining on the sidewalks covered up in snow. Every little shimmer follows where she goes, dancing through the city like a show. Coffee in her pocket, warming up her hand, mixing with the rhythm, drifting through the land. Every single heartbeat echoes soft and true, lighting up the midnight blue. And when the winter lights begin to flare, the stage appears from anywhere. Starlight, winter pop star, glowing in the night like a silver star. Even when the winds blow from afar, her warmth becomes the bar. Winter starlit scene, painting all the roads in a crystal sheen. Even when the world feels cold and mean, she moves like something clean. Shadows on the rooftop sparkle as she turns